What's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? It's Tuesday. Savage Talk with Keefa is back. It's Tuesday, 5 p.m. You're listening to 101 TKO Radio, knocking them out the box always and always. I'm Savage Keefa. I missed y'all. We had such a great weekend. You know, 101 TKO was turning it out at the fest. Okay, yep, y'all showed up, partied hard, but check this out. It's Taco Tuesday, and I got a lot to talk about. It's so much going on in these streets. Y'all. We got politics to talk about. We have artificial intelligence to talk about. Oh, and we got shenanigans. Okay. Y'all know I love me some Fanny Pack Willis. They still trying to get her out. Listen, y'all. Fanny Pack Willis is 10 steps ahead of y'all. I don't care what you say. My girl knows all the tactics that y'all are trying to come with. So now the latest is Judge McAfee says that, okay, well, you guys meaning the defense, even though the defense is trying to put Fanny Pack Willis on trial. So Judge McAfee says, well, look, y'all have not been successful proving that there's been a conflict of interest. They can't prove that Fanny got money from Nathan Wade. They can't prove nothing. The defense is weak and whack. And so now Judge McAfee says, well, look, to keep it on the up and up, this is what we're going to do. One of y'all needs to step down. Nathan Wade or Fanny Pack Willis. Y'all know I love Fanny. That's why I call her Fanny Packs, because I rock a Fanny Pack wherever I go. Okay, so it's all love. So Nathan or Fanny Pack Willis, one of y'all must step down and resign from this case. Now, of course, anybody with some sense, we all know it don't make sense for Fanny to step down, because she's the brains behind the whole operation. Now, Nathan Wade, I ain't taking credit away from him because he was doing an excellent job on the case. In fact, they showed that he worked a lot more hours than what he actually got paid for. So not only were they not doing improprietous things, they actually were saving Fulton County some money by not even billing for hours that he worked. Okay, so I don't hear nobody talking about that. So Nathan Wade steps down. He's off the case. Why? That's what makes sense. Who else got the balls to keep this case going besides Fanny Pack Willis? That's right. So, not only that, y'all, check this out. This is the other thing. Check this out. Now, Judge McAfee, since this whole case is about improprietous actions, is there misconduct? Even if there hasn't been misconduct, the Trumpy lawyers is saying, well, there's still the appearance of misconduct. See, they grasping. They're trying to delay the trial. They're trying to delay the case because Trump has so much stuff going on. He still owes that $500 million that he cannot secure bonds to use in place of the money because he doesn't have the cold hard cash to pay these women off. Let's not forget that while he's running for president. But check this out, y'all. Judge McAfee, the judge, yes, the judge, the appearance of misconduct. So they've already fell flat trying to prove there's actual misconduct. However, they're trying to lean on, well, it still looks like misconduct. So they're going to lean in on that. But check this out. Judge McAfee, while we talking about the appearance of misconduct, why you going out to lunch and dinner with Brian Kemp? And Brian Kemp is a witness in the case because the whole thing is about voting. And he's over the whole voting. So why do the Judge McAfees Okay, the McAfees. Why does the McAfee judge get to go and break bread with Brian Kemp? When Brian Kemp, he is a witness in this case. How come ain't nobody talking about that? Brian Kemp is a witness in the case, but he's going out like meeting. I ain't talking about virtual lunches. I'm talking about in person. You meeting with the judge on the case, and you in the case. Come on now. You see, only in hot dog Atlanta do it be these type of shenanigans. Hot Atlanta and I'm gonna say that new TV station where all they do is fight. I'm trying to think.
TMZ?
No, it ain't TMZ. It's a new TV station. It's worse than all of Bravo stuff. It's worse than MTV.
Zeus.
It's worse than VH1, and all they do is
Zeus.
fight. What's it called?
Zeus Network?
Maybe, but I don't even think it's that. My sister knows. But it's a house with all these women, and all they do is fight. I swear on God. They don't even be fighting about nothing. They just start fights. So, but listen, y'all. This is important. This is why I'm bringing this up. Because at some point, it's got to come out. If Judge McAfee does not get called out for breaking bread, going to dinner with Brian Kemp, already in my eyes, now look, this is called hood justice, because I don't have a law degree. I'm not a lawyer. But when I see something that look crazy and foul, I can call it out. It's called hood justice. McAfee does not get to go, and he shouldn't even be in communication with Brian Kemp, because Brian Kemp oversees all of the voting stuff, voting machines. Okay, so when Trump needed to find 11,000, just find me 11,000 votes. Pull them out of your you-know-what. I'm good with it. Just find me 11,000 votes. Well, wherever those 11,000 votes are, Brian Kemp and his department is over all of that. So why is it not misconduct for the judge to be going to dinner with him? Well, listen, Fannie Pack Willis, please bring it up. Please talk about it. So she's still in the game. Y'all, this is chess. It ain't checkers. She's still in the game. And you better believe that every player from Nathan Wade to her daddy to the other lawyer who supposedly told Nathan, or who Nathan supposedly told that him and Fannie Pack had an actual relationship. But the timelines didn't add up. So this is what I want y'all to see from this. When y'all are talking small talk, and your mind is small talk when you telling the next person about your relationship and who you dating, it's all small talk when it's coming out of your mouth. But see, when it goes into their ears, it's big talk. Because see, now you're sharing information that they weren't privy to before. And even though in your mind is small talk, but now looking back, I bet you they all have realized we did too much talking. So some things you gotta just keep to yourself, y'all. Some things keep to yourself. Fannie, she didn't need to be telling her roommate what was going on, but you know how us women are. I'm guilty too. I tell my sister just about everything. For real, I'm guilty too. It's human nature to want to share good news. Right? It's human nature to want to share good news. That's human nature. It's also human nature to share bad news. because people don't want to be in bad news alone. That's really, so it is being human. It really is. We got to be human. And so that means if you somebody like me, I talk through things. You know how I say, and I'm joking, I'm half joking, half not. See, with black folks, we're sociopaths. I say that all the time. Black people, we're sociopaths. Sociopaths, social. We talk a lot of junk. We talk a lot. More than anything. We talking. But that's what we do. We talk a lot. We're sociopaths. We are social. Okay? When we were in our native lands, tribes, we did things as groups. Everybody had a specific role. Everybody had a specific task to keep the tribe going. Okay? So when I'm talking about Fannie Pack Willis and Nathan Wade, that district attorney office is a tribe. That's the tribe that took Donald Trump to court. They are trying, the defense is trying to break up the tribe, and they were not successful. So when I tell y'all we got to celebrate that, they were not successful breaking the tribe up. So while we're talking about that, let me just also mention, Donald Trump, he does have to pay that almost $500 million. All of the damages, punitive damages, all of the stuff. This is what's crazy. I'm talking about this, but he's still running for president. Y'all, look, Savage Talk with Keefa. We are just getting started. Don't go nowhere. 101 TKO Radio, YouTube streaming live. Chime in. We'll be right back after the break.
What we're going to do now is go back.
up, y'all? Savage Talk is back. Yes, you're listening to 101 TKO Radio. 101 TKO Radio. Make sure you check us out. Download the app, the all new 101 TKO Radio app. Make sure also you can catch us streaming live on YouTube. If you want to chime in, tell me if I'm lying. Just tell me how you feel. And I got something I want y'all to chime in on. So check this out. You probably heard about it. Good old Alaska. Good old Alaska. Fairbanks. So Planet Fitness. Okay, y'all know we got Planet Fitness here. So if you're a Planet Fitness person, listen up. So a lady goes into the woman's locker room. Okay, she looks like she's probably in her 60s, you know, kind of gray hair. Goes into the woman's locker room, and it's a full-blown guy in there shaving, okay? She does her double take, her second take. He's in there shaving, and she says, you know, you're a guy. I'm not okay with this. So he says, I identify, I'm part of the LGBTQIA community. The lady's not disrespectful or nothing. Now, mind you, I seen the picture. So when I say full-blown guy, he's a full-blown dude. I can't tell if he's on hormones or what. He just looks like a man. He's got pants on, he's got a t-shirt on, and a dude's haircut. Okay? And he's damn shaving. Okay, so that's a giveaway. He's in there shaving. So she leaves, and she goes to the counter and tells the guys working behind the counter. Well, this is what happens. Fast forward, they end up canceling her membership. Not only do they cancel her membership, but she got banned. Okay, look, y'all. How you get banned from a gym that's $10 a month? Okay, maybe it's 12, maybe 15. Y'all know what I'm saying. But so at the time, there ended up being like a 12-year-old girl who was in the lockers too. Okay, so you tell me. Now this is my take. And the lady says, I agree with her. You are entitled, if you feel like you were born in the wrong body, you're entitled to that. I'm going to support you. Individually, if you tell me, you know, like if my child, I have a son and a daughter, one of my children or both of my children came to me and said, look, I know I'm a boy, but I've never felt like a boy, and I really have always felt like a girl, whatever. I'm going to support my children. Okay? I'm going to support my children. And anyone else, I love you. God loves you. If you want to be a woman or a man, good. However, now this is how I feel about public restrooms and stuff. If I'm in a gym, and if I'm by myself, and like meaning I don't have my young daughter, my daughter is almost 12. I don't have my daughter with me. It's just me. And I see a full-blown dude in the locker. I'm going to look, and I'm going to say, you know, this is for women. And if he says, well, I'm transgender or whatever he says, I'm going to say, cool, and keep it moving. Okay? I personally, I don't care in that situation. Okay? Every situation is not the same. That situation, it's just me. I don't care. Because just as quick as I'm in the gym, I'm going to be out and I'm going to be back to my regular old life. He can do what he wanted to do. Now, and the only reason I'm saying he is because he clearly was looking like a man. And I'm 99% sure he had something between his legs, but he was fully clothed. But the reason why I say that is because he had very man features. He didn't look like a woman, like a man who's been on hormones that looks feminine. None of that at all. He looked like a man, okay? And he was in there shaving. So, in that situation, I'm not going to start no drama. I'm just going to go on about my way, okay? If my daughter is with me, I'm going to tell the people at the front, I got a problem with it. And if they don't do something about it, I'm the type, I'm just going to leave the gym, cancel my membership. I'm not the type that's going to, I'm not the social media type. I ain't going to put everything on social media or whatever. However, look, if my soon-to-be 12-year-old daughter is with me and I see a full-grown man in the bathroom and I know he got something between his legs, number one, I am going to be pissed off because I saw the pictures. The dude's like in his 50s. Okay, so number one, the balls you got. Okay, I mean literally and figuratively. You got a lot of balls bringing your old shriveled up Raisinets up in the ladies' locker room, brother. Okay, you got a lot of balls. So I am going to say something because we're not talking about a 20-something-year-old transgender or, someone who identifies as a woman. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a man that's in his 50s. So that means he's been around long enough to know that women are not going to be okay with that. So he's pushing his luck. He did that on purpose. This is why I have a problem with him in particular, because he knew that that was going to cause a controversy. And if you are intentionally trying to roll up in a woman's restroom at Planet Fitness, where you know it's women, where they got Meg Thee Stallion, in that collaboration, this man knew that it was going to cause a problem. But he still chose to do it. And that is why I would have had a problem with him. And I would have told him that's the problem I have with him. Because at your age, you should know a lot better. You're entitled to feel like, I wouldn't care if you felt like the Grinch. Okay? If you feel like the Grinch and you identify as the Grinch, go full Grinch. I'm good. But this ain't a Grinch bathroom. Okay? And if you bring in your green balls up in here, we're going to have a problem. That is it. You can, I love everybody. Like I have love, agape love, okay? Agape love for everybody, because agape love is spirit. That's energy, okay? That's pure spirit, pure energy. It's irrespective of how you identify. Those are all man-made things. However, we have rules of society. Just because I can ride a motorcycle 200 miles an hour, it don't mean I need to be doing that on the regular roads where other people are also sharing the roads with me. That's the problem that I have. It's very selfish. It's very immature. And in my opinion, any man or woman that identifies as a different sex than what they're born with, if they're over 30 years old, and this is just my rule, if you over 30, you know better. Okay, you know better. I genuinely believe that there's a lot of young people that the world is different for them. So their perspective is different. And here's what I mean. There's children now who believe that they identified as a different sex from the age of 3. And we're in a society where their parents was like, okay, cool. You don't want to be a boy no more? You 3. You know what you're talking about. Let's take you to the doctor. Let's get you on these hormones. And see, there's children, young adults, and grown-ups that's how they are. That's just the world they live in. So my number is 30. Under 30, maybe you don't know better. Even though you do, but I'm going to give you a pass. But when you have gray stubbles on your face, exactly, that you like in the bathroom shaving, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Get you and your beard and your Raisinets up out of here, or we going to have a problem. So this is my take, but I want you guys to weigh in on this. What do y'all think about this? Because I know it's a lot of controversy around it. In fact, I was also listening to the radio, and they was talking about a transgender that 1 year earlier, it was either swimming or track. I got to go back because I was multitasking. A year earlier was playing for the boys, running track or swimming for the boys. This year on the girls' team. None of the parents was notified, and so now the school getting sued for violating Title IX. It's a mess. Now, this only happens in the United States, y'all. Why do you suppose this stuff happens only in the United States? Because we have a justice system that is not about justice. Everything is about politics. But see, politics ain't justice. When something is political, most of the time when it's political, it ain't going to be just. Now with this, I have strong feelings on it. See, I can sit at the table with any transgender. I love them, whatever. But see, if you are a young man that's transitioned to a young woman, you can't compete on the same track team as my daughter. See, I'm going to have a problem with that. Because now, me being in the health and fitness industry, I know that testosterone and androgen are responsible for building muscles. And you can test my testosterone. My level is going to be different than a man's testosterone. And then it's going to vary. It's going to vary between, I lift weights. It's going to vary age. You know, men's testosterone is a spectrum. Now, are these high schools testing these kids' testosterone? No. No, they're not. And just because, I'm going to tell you, just because a person is on hormone blockers, a young man, 15, I'm talking high school, so let's say 14 to 18, a young man that is transitioning to a young woman, and let's say even if he's been on hormones, you know, for the last 5 years, unless a child has been on hormone blockers, we call them puberty blockers, unless they've been on puberty blockers from the beginning, a boy transitioning to a girl, 99% of the time is always going to have a higher testosterone. And the thing is, it's not only testosterone that makes boys boys and men men. Even if you took all the testosterone, a man's muscles, if he's still lifting weights and all things being equal to the woman, is still going to be stronger than her. It is not just testosterone. The bones, bone density, all of these things have to be taken into consideration. And listen, y'all, I'm not somebody who don't have no sense or no knowledge about this. Okay, I've been in the fitness industry a long, long time. I'm born and raised, San Francisco, the Bay Area. Okay, listen, y'all, when I tell y'all I have a lot of knowledge about this, I do. So it's not fair to children, especially these little girls that's like 15, 16 years old, running in high school, running against a young girl who's transitioned from a male to a female. That ain't fair. And that's never going to be fair. And you know what? The part that saddens me is that everybody deserves a place at the table. Like, that part I get. However, I don't know the answer to make, when it comes to competitive sports, how do you make the place at the table equal opportunity for everyone? There really is. Do y'all remember that? Do y'all remember that sister that was running track? She wasn't transgender, but she was born. I forget the term they call it, but she intersex. She had both sex, and she was spanking all them. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? She was killing all them women so much so they had to file some lawsuits because it wasn't even any competition, y'all. Zero, zero. Savage Talk with Keefa, 101 TKO Radio. We're going to take a quick break, but look, it's getting juicy. Don't go nowhere. We're coming right back after the break. What's up, y'all? Savage Talk is back. Savage Talk with moi, with Keefa, is back. 101 TKO Radio, 101 TKO Radio, knocking them out the box. Before the break, yeah, I've been talking about a lot of things. So a lot happened over the weekend, y'all. A lot happened over the weekend. But literally, they have lost their minds in Alaska at Planet Fitness. That's what I was talking about just before the break. So Planet Fitness in Fairbanks, Alaska, literally canceled this lady's membership. Not only did they cancel her membership, but they banned her from the gym because she complained about a man being in the women's restroom or locker room shaving. Now, Planet Fitness claims that they banned her because she violated one of their policies, which is no pictures in private areas. It was a locker room. But y'all know that's trumped up. They pulling a Trump. They done trumped up some fake, fictitious charges to throw her out of the gym because what that Planet Fitness decided. Think about it, y'all. This is how I'm going to phrase it. They decided they would rather take the smoke from the people who side with the woman than take the smoke from the LGBTQIA community. That's really what they said. Mm-hmm. They are scared of the smoke. Now, even though this is the thing, y'all, just because they in Alaska, Planet Fitness is a corporation. And there's lots and lots of places where Planet Fitness is in the United States. You probably can find a Planet Fitness in every state, just about. Literally, just about every state. You know, sometimes a business or a corporation, their footprint might be East Coast only, West Coast only. Think about it. Chick-fil-A's aren't in Cali. I didn't know about Chick-fil-A until I moved to Georgia. And when I got here, I was like, what's the fuss? I just like the fries fried in the peanut oil. Now they done took away the peanut oil. The fries don't taste the same. But there was no Chick-fil-A's in Cali. Here in Georgia, we have LA Fitness. In Cali, we got 24-hour fitness. So corporations change the names. However, it's a Planet Fitness. Oh, and I want somebody to check. I need somebody on this. Is there a Planet Fitness in all 50 states? Probably in other countries too. So this is a big thing. This is why I wanted to point that out. Planet Fitness, this is a huge decision, y'all. They have said it is okay if you are a transgender, woman, that means you are a man transitioned to a woman. It is okay for you to go into the ladies' locker room. This is major, y'all. This is major. I don't even know if it violates state law or federal law. I don't know if it's violating a law, but I don't know. Well, look, in Georgia, there is not a law that says if you are a transgender woman, you can go in the ladies' restroom. In Georgia, we ain't having it. We ain't having it in Georgia, y'all. Okay, I'm just saying. We are not having it because then guess what? That means this guy and his hairy all raisinets can come into the wet areas of the Korean spa. Y'all know I'm a Korean spa person. I don't want to see a naked man in the wet areas of the Jeju spa I go to. Jeju and Spa Land. If you've never been to a Korean spa, you ever been to a Korean spa? Okay, look.
No.
Okay, so look. We are very fortunate in our neck of the woods that we have two of the greatest Korean spas, and to my knowledge, the only true Korean spas in Georgia, right up on our side of town in Duluth. Okay? A Korean spa, you have a wet area. That's where you do all your showers, your hot tubs, your steam rooms, infrared. You get your body scrubs. Okay? Everything's fully nude in the wet area. All nude. I don't want to see. I mean, look, it's all new. So already we see a bunch of craziness happening. We see a bunch of craziness happening. For real, for real. But I am always up for it. I'm here for it. Okay? The body God gave you, it is what it is. If you don't care, nobody else cares. That's really the truth. I love it. I walk around like it's my house. Okay? I don't want to see, no, y'all know what I'm saying. I don't want to see men in the ladies' wet area. Okay? Now, when I describe the Korean spas, it's cool, okay? When I describe it to a man and say, this is all great, this is cool, they do it for the men too. See, the men is like, what you talking about, Willis? The men don't get it. The men don't get it because, yeah, it's a neat concept, but men don't want a man giving them a body scrub. They really don't. They don't want other men giving them a body scrub. Even if it's all, it's all kosher. On the ladies' side, number one, all the ladies back there are Korean. So I think it's a requirement. If you're going to do the body scrubs or the massages, you have to be Korean. So it's like a special technique or something. Now, this is what happens. After you shower, you do all of that because you got to shower first. And I get so tired of telling ladies, look, you know you're supposed to shower first. Don't just come in there and get your hot butt up in the hot tub. No, go clean between all of that. That's number one. And take a hot, soapy shower. Okay, some women get in there and they do like them 6th and 7th grade showers where you put a towel on, you just throw it on your shoulders. No, don't do that. We need soap. We need to hear some swishing where you actually wipe it. Okay? And then you get on the table butt naked and they put a bucket of water on you. And they get the loofahs and the Irish Spring soap, or that's what it smells like to me. And they start scrubbing every inch of your body, okay? They say put your arm up. If you got bum shoulders, you better let them know. If you got any bum joint on your body, you better let them know. So they're going to put your arm over your head and get under the arms. They're going to lift your breasts up. They're going to get between your crack. And listen, it's intimate, okay? However, see, I don't have a problem with it because those areas, this is something that I teach in my Bedroom Fit program. Now, I'm for women. Men should do it too. I recommend, but women, you have to do this because, number one, you don't want to have ingrown hairs. You don't want to have discoloration, okay? It is nothing worse than having a big old zit on your booty. Okay, especially if you're a stripper. I'm just saying. I ain't no stripper, but I may like to strip down. You know, the scrubs will keep your pores free of debris. Okay? You're going to be shocked at how much gunk comes off your body when they scrub you. This is why. For that alone, because you're going to help your body get rid of toxins. Okay, your pores get plugged up. They get plugged up. And zits and pimples, yeah, those are all symptoms of having clogged pores. But see, you don't always get a zit or a pimple. Sometimes it's internal, and it could be a polyp. Or it can be a zit or a pimple under the skin. So the scrubs keep you free so that your skin can breathe. Now, men they ain't all into it like that because they just don't want another man, rummaging around. Like, what you looking for? What you need, listen, if you need me to move anything, just let me know what to move and where to move it to. Don't go around rummaging because you might end up getting a reflex, getting knocked out or something. So this is what I'm saying. I'm big into Korean spas. I use it as part of recovery. And I recommend it to anyone who's working out on a daily basis. If you're an athlete, you need to do this as part of your recovery. And then your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriends, your partners will appreciate you so much for it. Now, with that being said, I love the idea that it is only women on one side, men on the other side. That's the wet area. Then there's a common area where you put scrubs on. I like the idea everybody has the same doggone scrubs on. Okay, it ain't no strip of clothes happening. It's like nurses' scrubs. Orange. Okay, orange is the new black. Yeah, I don't like the orange, but actually they had orange before Orange is the New Black ever came out. So, if it got to a point where transgenders can go in every restroom, see, the thing is this, transgender men, meaning women, girls who have transitioned to boys, they not going up into the men's locker rooms and the men's bathrooms. It's only the men trying to come in the women's. Now, I'm going to tell you my reasons why I think that is. Number one, women, even when they transition to men, the thing is, even if you get a fake you-know-what, they not going to be in there standing up to pee like a man. They're not going to want to get judged like a man. And then I also think there is going to be a greater amount of fear because typically men, and yes, I'm generalizing, but typically the violence, a man discovering that a person is not the sex that they believe, a man is more apt to be violent against that transgender. It's not typically the other way around. That's not to say it don't happen, because it does happen. And nowadays, these young girls, they're so dang violent. They really, like every day, I see videos on social media where these girls are trying to prove how savage they are. And I don't mean that in a good way. I'm talking about like wild animals. They trying to prove who is the toughest, who can be the most manly. Which is crazy to me. Girls, why are y'all trying to fight like dudes? And you got these expensive wigs on. You got all this fake baby hair. You got all of this stuff. Why are you out there trying to fight like men when you are women? Know your place. Like for real. And I don't mean that like in a shut up way. Just know that God created you to represent beauty. God created men to represent the strength. Okay? It's got to be a balance. We can't do the stuff men do. So a transgender man, a woman that transitions to a man is, I just don't think the likelihood that they're going to be going into the men's restrooms is as high as like the men coming into the women's. And I think there's also an age difference, as I mentioned earlier. Now, here's the other thing. If you are going somewhere, like to get a massage, somewhere where you don't necessarily have to be naked, but I think you'll be in a position where it's obvious what gender you are, you got to let people know. right? Even for massage therapists, I wouldn't, if I was a girl transitioning to a guy, I would tell a massage therapist, like, I don't want you to be shocked because, it's something down there and you didn't expect it. See, I think that's rude. Like, more than anything, you got to let folks know. You know what I'm saying? You got to let them know out of courtesy. And then the other thing, too, is you have to treat people in a way that don't just shock them. And don't just make an assumption that they're okay with something. I'll give you an example. I work a lot with disabled veterans. I never assume that they're okay with me hugging them when they first meet me. Like, I don't make that assumption. When you don't know what someone has been through, you have got to tread lightly until you know them and you've earned their trust. Okay, so I am always going to ask what level of comfort you have with me hugging, touching. You want to shake hands, we can keep our distance. Whatever it is that is going to allow me to help train you, help coach you, whatever, I'm going to meet you where you are. And I think that's one of the problems with where society is now with transgenderism. I just don't think society, we are not given enough, heads up, or, give us the courtesy. Don't just force something on us. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's right. It's got to be a rollout plan, so to speak. It got to be a rollout plan. That's the best way that I can describe it. 101 TKO Radio, Savage Talk with Keefa. Don't go nowhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. What's up, what's up, what's up, y'all? Savage Talk is back, and we are heading into our second hour. So yeah, we've been talking about some crazy stuff, some good stuff, but look, artificial intelligence. Y'all know Elon Musk, he's been kind of bitter, okay? He's been like a bitter boy over the whole OpenAI and him not being a part of it. And, you know, he was supposed to be a part of it, but it's Microsoft and Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI. And you may know that Elon Musk had filed a lawsuit against them because, so this is, y'all, this is crazy. This is how billionaires, this is how they do it. So they get in their meetings behind closed doors and then they decide, all right, well, yeah, we got all this artificial intelligence knowledge at our fingertips. What do we want to do with it? Well, we can all create one company and we can all agree that it's going to be for the good of mankind. It's not going to be for making money. Well, yeah, let's all toast to it. We agree to it. That's what we're going to do. Then they split up, go about their merry way. And what do you know? Well, Elon Musk wasn't a part of it. I guess they had another meeting and decided we're going to make all this money. Forget about what we said. It is not going to be open source. We're going to take this technology and we're going to start selling it to the people. And the people is buying it. Okay, so this is ChatGPT. OpenAI, the creators of ChatGPT. So this is why Elon Musk is suing them. He's saying, well, we all agree that it was not for profit. It was not supposed to be for profit. But instead, you guys cut me out, and now y'all are making the profit, and here I am, little old me with nothing. But y'all know we talking about Elon Musk. So check this out. This is billionaires. I'm telling you, this is a privileged life. So that's what happens. He goes and he creates his own AI. All open source is called XAI, just like X, Twitter, XAI. He creates this AI to rival ChatGPT. And what's so cold about it is he made his all free. So open source, that means code free for anyone to download if you know how to use it. Now, what does that mean for ChatGPT? What does it mean for all these other language models that are out, that are charging? Now, granted, I wouldn't say they're charging a lot of money. You know, I think I paid $20 for my ChatGPT. I paid $20 for probably about 2 or 3 other things. And no, I don't use them all. But see, I like to try all these things and figure out what works for my business and me. So, of course, I'm going to download XAI and see if I can use it. Now, the thing is this. Where we are with artificial intelligence, it's all like considered general artificial intelligence. Unless you're one of these corporations that has paid for your own API, where you have your own ChatGPT and you can create your own agents that are trained in exactly what you want them trained in. Most of us that are using chatbots, Meta has a chat now in their messaging. Did y'all know WhatsApp has its own chat called Hey Cammy? Yeah, so there's ChatGPT built directly into WhatsApp. It's called Hey Cammy. So many of these programs already have AI built into the back end. So you're using it even when you're not aware of it. But so for people who have a desire to build their own AI agents, okay? I talked about last week what an AI agent is. If you have a desire to build your own AI agent, then you need to start looking at what Elon Musk is doing. Not only that, y'all, he's building like a rocket car. You heard about it? Technically, it's not a rocket, but this is his first car that he's building in collaboration with SpaceX. It's going to have rocket parts on it. Okay, y'all listen. It sounds like the Jetsons. It's going to have, he didn't say specifically what parts are going to be rocket parts. It's not going to have a propeller and it's not going to have wings. However, he didn't say it won't fly. Now, think about it. I don't think it'll be flying because it's slated to be ready 2025. But I want you guys to think about this, what this man is doing. Because I'm sure you heard about the Don Lemon interview and all of that stuff. But think about what Elon Musk is doing. SpaceX. So he's got X, okay? When he bought X, aka Twitter, when Elon Musk bought Twitter, this is why he fought so hard for it, because he says he believes in free speech, right? You'll be able to say what you want to say. When he got X, they changed the platform, so it's not only short form no more. Did y'all know that? You literally, you could post the whole book on X. You can go live. You can post live videos. Remember, it used to only be, it could be a short clip. Now I think it's up to 4 minutes. Something like that. But you can post an entire book. They've upgraded the limits of text that you can use. So I'm saying all that to say this. Look what Musk is doing, y'all. Control of the airways. Control of the roadways. Control of the spaceways. And then with his Neuralink, helping people who've had traumatic brain injuries, could we say control of the brain waves? So these are avenues, y'all. The reason why I say control is because access can lead to control if you're not in the know. And I don't mean like you're being controlled like a puppet or that you will be controlled like a puppet. I mean in the sense of you being programmed and guided to buy things, like algorithms. I talked about this, where you don't even have an awareness of it. Okay? This is what is happening. This is why you have to know something about this stuff so that you can remain your good, smart human self. And you are free thinking. And you have the ability to think freely. See, if you only get your knowledge and information from one source, you're not free thinking. You don't know it because you won't have awareness of it. But if you're only getting your knowledge from one source, you're not free thinking. You don't have a full perspective. You're not aware that you're narrow-minded. You don't even have an awareness of it. That's how that works. That's how it ends up in your blind spot. Yeah, you know how when people get in cults, they say brainwashed? Really, what does brainwashed mean? That simply means that you're getting information from only one source. That's all brainwashed means. Okay? The people that was following Jim Jones, who drank the Kool-Aid, yeah, we said they was all brainwashed. Why? Because they only got their information from Jim Jones. And they believed it wholeheartedly. If you only get your information from one source, even if you get your information from the Bible, can I say you're brainwashed? Because there's multiple, listen, I already know. I'm in the South. I know y'all going to be, my God, this and my God. Don't nobody talk about my Jesus. For real, for real. I didn't forget where I was, but I'm still going to speak the facts. If you only learning about Jesus from the Bible, that's brainwashed and narrow-minded. Because who wrote the Bible? Yeah, we know people say, yeah, it came from this prophet and that prophet, but the truth is, listen, y'all. We also have science. We have Bible. We have science. We can prove these things. And just so y'all know, I believe in the Bible. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I know Jesus was a brother. Okay, look. All I am saying is, if you are only going to one source for your knowledge, you don't recognize you're brainwashed, but you're actually brainwashed. You need multiple sources to get a whole picture. You need multiple sources to get a whole picture. Remember when I talk about, I use the analogy all the time. When I talk about if you're learning to play an instrument, you got to study all these other folks first to get the information in your own brain. And once you play their stuff enough times, then you start getting your own sound. That's how the thing works. So Elon Musk, if you don't know what's going on, you can end up brainwashed and don't even know it. Look at that fool, Tim Scott, whatever his one, the one up there with Trump. Yeah, who they did the side-by-side on the Fat Albert character, and he looked just like him. For real. Bill Cosby drew Tim Scott and didn't even realize it. Okay, he was drawing his future character that was going to be campaigning for Trump. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm talking about Elon Musk. Now, I heard the interview, him and Don Lemon, right? Y'all know about that, where they say Don Lemon's show got canceled before it even came on because he went to interview Elon Musk for the very first interview. The interview was fine. I don't think the interview was as bad as some have said. But remember, y'all remember Elon Musk is on the spectrum. Y'all didn't forget that, right? He said so. He is autistic. He's on the spectrum. He takes ketamine. So he is, although he's got a brilliant mind, he's still a human being, which means he's imperfect. Regardless how privileged he is, he's still a human being that's imperfect. So, but check this out. If Elon Musk, with this Neuralink, okay, that's going to be helping people with traumatic brain injuries or any type of brain issue that causes some sort of body disability, paralysis, some sort. So Neuralink is supposed to help people with that. Now, if it can help fire up brain cells that have a broken connection, do you think it can fire up brain cells where there wasn't a connection to begin with? And this is what I mean. So you're thinking outside the box. Can Neuralink, does it have the potential to make people smarter? If you have a regular brain, and you're only using 20% of your brain, can a Neuralink augment your brain usage? See, this is something to think about, because if you could buy a device, if you could actually buy a device so that, think of all of the stuff we get from chat, all of the coding, answers, everything we get from chat. Think about it. If you could wear like an Apple Watch and all of that stuff will be in your brain instead of on your watch, would you actually buy one? Think about it. When we come back after the break, I want you to chime in on it. Savage Talk with Keefa, 101 TKO Radio.
You probably
She could play.
What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Savage Talk is back. Savage Talk is back in the A-Town, Atlanta. How come y'all don't pronounce no T's and you don't?
Atlanta.
Atlanta Pride. It ain't Atlanta Pride. It's Atlanta Pride. I'm with you. Sometimes I say Atlanta. Sometimes I say no, but why? How come I sound like I'm from Jamaica when I say Atlanta or something? I sound like I'm from some Caribbean country. But so I was just talking about Elon Musk. But check this out, y'all. Billionaires. These billionaires. Don't you want to be a fly on the wall and be privy to some of the conversations they having? Because they're probably not what you think. Really, while we're here talking about, the stuff we're talking about, they already have their money. So they're talking about how they're going to play. All of this artificial intelligence, this is a playground. They have bagazillions to put behind their startups. Oh, yeah, and by the way, you guys know, y'all know the app Reddit. Or maybe you just go from Google. How come that CEO of Reddit, and if you're a contributor and you submit an article, you submit some knowledge to Reddit, nobody on Reddit gets paid. Why is that CEO, his salary compensation package, y'all, is a whopping $193 million. Y'all heard me. You heard that right. $193 million. $193 million. Okay? And this, he ain't an old dude either. He's a young dude. Now, 193 billion. The reason why I say that's million, that's a package, because it's not all yearly salary. Okay? It's stocks, bonuses, but what I can tell you, he made, like, his salary was $350,000. Okay, and his bonus was almost $800,000. And the rest is, stocks and dividends and stuff. But still, 193 million. I want y'all to get used to saying those numbers. Say those numbers, see those numbers. Think about what these millionaires are doing. See, the technology, let me tell you why this stuff is easy for them. The reason why they can be at OpenAI and then leave and go do their own startup. Let me tell you why. And it's no different than what I've been telling y'all from day one. Having the perspective, thinking outside the box. If you're on the team that builds OpenAI, you can go start another company that's similar, or since you know OpenAI and chat is, when you know what's coming down the pike in the future, you can start building for that. So this is why these billionaires can easily leave one company and go and do their own startup. Number one, they already have a bunch of their own money. Number two, they have access to the venture capitalists and to the other billionaires that know enough about the technology that they will want to invest in this business. And once you get a couple venture capitalists or these huge investors, they may put about $500 million. For these folks, that's no money. You get a couple people to put in $500 million, you got $1 billion. Once you actually get the technology to where it's ready to be released, then you can do your IPO, and that company becomes worth billions. Then you start another startup. See, some of the folks, that is their whole business model. Okay, did you know that? There's some people who all they like to do is start a business, get it profitable, and sell it. That's their specialty. Did y'all know that? That is a specialty. Start a business, get the customers in, and sell it. Because then it's worth more money. If you have a template to start a business, you know how to go get customers, then you can sell it. That is worth money. This is why, what's that guy's name from Bar Rescue? You know what I'm talking about? Bar Rescue. Remember Marcus Lemonis? What was his show called? Their whole MO was going into failing businesses. What's his name?
Last name Taffer.
Yeah, John Taffer. That's right. And it was a dude perpetrating to be him. Did you see that? See, he got a lookalike, a Hollywood lookalike. And the dude was going around getting free stuff saying he was John Tafford or whatever his name is. And he does kind of look like him, but he got a ponytail. So when you have the knowledge to start a business, like I'm talking about from scratch. Because look, positioning and marketing, it's the same. It doesn't matter what business. You've got to know who your ideal client is. You've got to solve problems for them. When you know how to do that, this is why I teach this stuff. It is a template. People want to see you solving their problems. They want to hear you talk about solving their problems. They don't want to hear you talking about yourself. They want to know how you can help them. That's what makes them buy. So John Tafford, he is the GOAT at doing this for sports bars. Just like what was his name from Hell's Kitchen? The British dude. Ramsay. Just like Chef Ramsay. He's the GOAT. Getting these restaurants back in order. There's a science to it. And it's the exact same with tech. With technology. These billionaires that love technology, they collaborate. Right? That's the thing. Bill Gates invested in OpenAI 20-some years ago. Did y'all know they've been working on it for that long, y'all? They've been collaborating. So what I need you guys to get from that is this. It doesn't matter what business you're in. When you want to go far, you got to collaborate. It doesn't mean any old collaboration. It means the right collaboration. So these billionaires, you know, they know each other from the old Apple days, the old Steve Jobs days, when the first computer was made. They not just meeting each other. You don't get to, look, you do not get to become the CEO of Google or Microsoft if you just got in the game. No. All of these billionaires, they go way back. They go way back. So you got to have the knowledge to spot who you need to be collaborating with and how you can help them. Because in turn, they're going to help you. You guys are going to help each other. And that's how you're going to grow a $1 billion corporation. $1 million corporation. It's not to say you can't do it on your own. You can. But the old saying is true. When you want to go fast, go by yourself. But when you want to go far, you need a team. And look where we are with artificial intelligence. Wouldn't you say, yeah, we've come far. We've come a long way. That was not just one person. You know what? It probably was more than 10 people. Really, I don't know. I just know the few CEOs that I know about over the years that have had a hand in building this technology. So I always bring it back around to collaborating, y'all. Do y'all realize that? I always bring it back around to collaborating, knowing who your ideal client is, solving their problems, so they'll continue to buy from you. That's the key. That is the key to building your successful business. That is the key to building the life you want without struggling. Now, I always say, you can go with the other way. It doesn't mean it ain't gonna happen. But you know, solopreneurs, listen, it ain't nothing nice about doing everything by yourself. It's not. You don't want to do everything by yourself. You don't. And when it comes to your business, you definitely don't want to do everything by yourself because you're going to be the bottleneck and your business won't grow. That happens to at least 75% of business owners. See, this is what happens. They're at a job, getting paid, and then they say, oh, I could do this better. I need to just go on my own where I can make all this money. Then they start their own business, and they end up working in their own business just like they was at the other place, except this time you ain't even getting a paycheck. Because now you got to pay everybody else that you got helping you, working for you. So you done left a job making good money to create a job, but you didn't know you was creating a job. You thought you was creating a business, but all you did was create another job for yourself. I call that being a technician. You was a technician in the company you worked for, and then you started your own company and you became the technician in that company. But see, you can't be a technician in your company and grow your company at the same time. It don't work like that. Lots of people try to do it, but they're not successful at it. That's the point I'm making. You can continue trying to do it, but you're not going to have the same level of success. Right? Just like, you know, t-shirt companies. I remember when I had my embroidery and screen printing business, I was one person. Okay, yeah, I was doing vests for motorcycle clubs, you know, t-shirts and all of that. But see, if you come to me, it might take 3 months for me to get yours done and get it back to you because it's just me. And I'm doing it all myself. So yeah, it's going to be a great product, but you're going to have to wait. Or nowadays, you can order everything offline. These people, they make an embroidery, they screen printing, they got big warehouses with about 30 t-shirt printing machines, they have direct-to-garment printing machines, vinyl cutters, all of that stuff. And one person on each of it, or 2 people on each of it. So where it might take me 3 months, because I'm doing everything on my own, because at the time I didn't know how to scale my business up. I didn't know how to scale. At that time, I didn't realize I was the technician in my business. No, I thought I was a business owner. Yeah, I was, but I never could create the success in that business because I didn't know what I didn't know. And I didn't know what I needed to know to make the business do what I needed it to do. When you're doing everything yourself, it's very easy to miss things. And you know what? The most important thing when you own a business is what? When you're the owner, what is the number one job you have as the business owner? You know, Nelson?
What was the question again?
What's the number one job you have as a business owner? What is your number one job above everything else?
Bringing the profit.
Getting new customers.
Yeah.
Right. It is your job to grow the business. See, it's not the worker's job to grow your business. When you're the owner, it is your job to grow the business. That's your sole job. You got to figure out where your business customers and clients are. And you got to figure out how to get over there to where they are and get them from over there where they are to where you and your business are. But too often, business owners are doing the technician work in their business. That is why the majority of small businesses fail within the first 2 years. That is why. Because just because you can do it better than the other person doesn't mean you should go start trying to do it better than the other person. Now this is just old wisdom. That's all it is. It's old wisdom. That's not to say you can't do it. You can do it. The point I want to make is, why struggle? Because see, if you're the technician and you're the owner and you're the delivery person and you're the quality assurance person and you have to get the new business, you're not going to be able to get the new business because you're trying to actually make the products or do the thing, whatever, the service or whatever. So you won't have time to grow the business. So these billionaires, y'all, these billionaires collaborate. They not out there doing it on their own. Even with all their money and all the resources, they recognize in technology, you can only go so far without collaborating with these other billionaires. And what's crazy is, between all of them, they all control the AI market right now. So listen, this is not to say a small business can't come in with their AI, patents and coming up with some new stuff. But dog, look, when I tell you guys, we have to always have another way to compete with the big dogs because we can't compete on money. That's a fact, y'all. This is a fact. You have got to figure out how to compete with your market's heaviest players, but the competition can't be money because you're going to lose every time. You're going to lose every time. These corporations, they wiping their butts with more money than we making in our whole lifetime running our businesses. So while they have millions to spend on marketing and promoting and positioning. Now look, you guys, those are all different things. Marketing, promotion, and positioning. And I talk about them all separately because they're different things. McDonald's, they market all the time. They're promoting all the time. Commercials, radio spots, all of that. So if you selling hamburgers and you think you're going to compete by doing commercials and radio spots, in my opinion, you're mistaken, because you need to be competing on something else. What's your specialty? How are you different? Well, for one, if you set my hamburgers on fire, they gonna burn. Okay, not like McDonald's, but that stuff don't burn. Y'all remember that was going around? They set the hamburger, left the hamburger out, and never got molded. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I done left a couple burgers out for a day or so. Came back the next day, ate it, and I was just fine. So it is true. It's loaded up with preservatives. It's loaded up with preservatives. I can't lie. I done left a few hamburgers out. And they're always fine the next day. And what's crazy, y'all look. Oh God, I just discovered something. They don't even have ants or bugs on them. So what does that, oh my God, what does that tell you? No ants or bugs, y'all know it's fake. I hate to say that. I'm sorry, y'all. I done just messed y'all's night up. Just forget about what I said. Go on get your McDonald's. Go on get your McDonald's. Do what you're going to do. You guys, you've been listening to Savage Talk with Keefa. We've talked about Elon Musk and how he controls the SpaceX. He's controlling space. He's controlling the social media. He's controlling the freeways. So he has a lock on so much stuff. Y'all pay attention. Keep your eyes open. Savage Talk with Keefa. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 5 to 7 p.m. on 101 TKO Radio. I'm going to see y'all on Thursday.